My first place countdown was my top 10 fighting game finishers. While I still enjoy what I made, the video did have tons of technical issues and inconsistent volumes, so I figured I should remake the list. But I will not be using any of the ones I shared in that video. Now let's go. Smash 4 was a fantastic game. With the announcement of DLC characters, we got some new or returning faces. One I did not expect was Final Fantasy's very own Cloud. I mean, if a Final Fantasy character was to come in, I expected it to be Cecil, Bart, and Terra. But it was a blast to have him in, and our number 10 belongs to Omnislash. A direct reference to the level 4 limit break of the same name, this is such a flashy move to see pulled off with all the camera angles and flashing lights in effect. I really hope Cloud returns, or at the very least a different Final Fantasy representative. Abel is without a doubt one of my favorite additions to the Street Fighter games. He's got an interesting backstory, lovable personality, and a very fast and hard-hitting playstyle. And one better way to show this than his Ultra 1 Soulless. This is just a badass way to let out Abel's strength. A relentless fury of attacks followed by throwing his opponent high and slamming them down. I really hope Abel returns for Street Fighter V. I finally got the chance to play more BlazBlue Continuum Shift. I had to say that I really enjoyed Jin, Bang, and Lambda. In fact, Lambda's finisher is my number 8. Ladies and gents, the Sword of Destruction.
From beyond the realm of souls and verse, I call upon the earth sword to bring ruin upon my enemies.
After trapping her opponent, Lambda mutters something about death and yada yada before summoning a giant sword down on top of you. It's such a scary and ominous finisher, especially considering the first person perspective. It's really creepy actually. Injustice was such a damn good game. Great gameplay, combat, and especially the super moves. And my number 7 belongs to Lobo. Lobo's finisher is so brutal and hilarious at the same time. Brutal because of having Flame scorch you, and hilarious because he gives the bird. It's no wonder Lobo is one of my favorite DC characters. Skullgirls is a movie enthusiast kind of fighting game. All the characters revolved around a movie style. Like how Peacock is represented for the 1930s cartoons, and how our number 6 Valentine is for the horror genre. As such, our number 6 is Valentine's Dead on Arrival.
Tell me where it hurts.
This is such an awesome finisher. The ending of this finisher is so ambiguous that you have many questions. What could she have done to cause all that blood? Why was there a skull? And why do I have the sudden urge to stay away from my doctors now? Melina is one of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters ever. Brutal, sadistic, and oddly attractive minus the dental care. She remains my main in any Mortal Kombat installment she's in. And in Mortal Kombat 10, she got one of the most horrific finishers I've ever seen.
Melina wins. Flawless victory. Fatality. tasty.
Persona 4 Arena Ultimax is another example of a damn good fighting game. Great graphics, awesome visual effects, and a nice soundtrack. It's a game I recommend. Our number 4 belongs to Chie's Galactic Punt.
My ultimate attack! First warm-up in...
That was awesome. Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects is such an underrated fighting game, and it's sad. It's a solid game with good controls, awesome combat, and great finishers. And my number 3 belongs to Daredevil.
Justice is blind.
Holy shit. Wow, this is brutal to see. And this was rated T. T! A T-rated game with someone's neck being snapped. Dear God. As I wait for the new Dissidia to be released, Dissidia Dude SM has been very good at keeping me entertained, and my favorite character to play as is Kane. And as such, he is my number 2 pick from finishers. Number 2 is Dragoon's Pride.
Dragon's Grasp! With all my strength!
Kane leaps high in the air and drops his lance down on his enemies with all of his strength. It's not only a cool finisher, but it's a badass finisher. But I have one more that beats it. Def Jam Vendetta has to be one of the coolest 3D fighters I've ever played. Fun combat, great voice acting, without a doubt some of the most brutal and over-the-top finishers I've ever seen. There were so many to choose from, so much so I prefer all of these over Fight for New York's. In the end, I decided to go with DMX's Rough Riders Anthem. What are these moves? This is so crazy to see this being pulled off. So much so I wonder if it's even possible. Jesus Christ. Rough Riders Anthem is my number 1 pick for my new top 10 fighting game finisher. I'm Paisley45, and thanks for watching.